Hi, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is GW Transport. I've been working on my truck for the last 2 days. When I came in Friday, check engine light came on. Low fuel pressure. I Googled the code. Say Mack trucks have this problem. Probably the fuel filters. Well, before I replaced the filters, the light went back out, never came back on. But I went ahead and replaced my fuel filters. I have 2 filters. And changed my oil. And I also had a coolant leak. Now, this line right here, this little plastic line, I went to try. It's a fitting up here. I have been siliconing and Teflon in that fitting. It works for a little while, and it starts back leaking. That's a real super bad design. The only way when it starts leaking, and when that reservoir gets old and brittle, you know, it won't hold a seal. You have to buy a new reservoir, $600 or $250. If you buy 600 something dollars OEM, $250 aftermarket, and you have to glue it in there. And when you glue it in there, this little plastic line, they get old and brittle. It'll break off. You glue it in there, then you have to ream the hole back out. You have to ream the hole. You have to ream the glue and the plastic out where the line broke off. This is a little fitting right here. Y'all see that fitting right there? You see, I went back old school with it. Instead of going into the OD, I went, and instead of going to the ID, the inner diameter, I went OD. I went old school with it. It happened to actually be, looked like it was a real good place to put a hose. And I went to AutoZone and I found a heater hose. I just went back with a heater hose. It already had a 90 degree on one end, so I just cut it. I just cut the 90 degree to fit, and cut the hose to fit. Because I would have had to glue. The line was glued. This is a metal fitting right here. The line was so brittle, I went to remove the line to put. I already had a new one ready. I had bought that a couple of months ago. And because I knew I was gonna leak again, and it got brittle, so I pulled it out. Well, I couldn't pull it out. It broke off. I had to pull it. This is a metal fitting down here. I had to pull this metal fitting out and ream the plastic that was in that fitting. Ream the plastic out of there. And the glue. And I would have had to glue the new line back in there. But I didn't want to do that. So I went back with this heater hose. I test drove it. It's not leaking. If it starts leaking, I have the brand new OEM hose. I just glue the OEM hose back in there and buy me a new reservoir. I'm going to get a new reservoir, but I seen a steel reservoir. I'd rather get a steel reservoir for $600. Either that, or I'll just get the aftermarket for $250 and glue it in the aftermarket. Maybe I'll just do that if it starts leaking again. Yeah, maybe I'll just buy me an aftermarket. And because put the lines in and you got to glue the lines in. That's if this don't work. Anybody want to try this? I'm going to put the part number in AutoZone for this heater hose, so you can try it. Now the other side, it's not brittle. This other small one, it's not brittle. It's doing okay. I've been doing so much, I didn't replace it. I don't think this line gets hot like the other one. This line is not brittle. The other one, I guess it gets real hot. It was brittle. So that line is okay. But I have new lines in the truck. You know, I need to buy a new reservoir. I've been hesitating. I don't know if I'm gonna go steel or aftermarket. Probably go aftermarket. It's cheaper. Get an aftermarket. They say, I don't know how true it is, but I guess I'll find out. The coolant reservoir sensor on the aftermarket doesn't read correctly. Well, if it don't, I just put a fuse in the, I just bypass that sensor and just check it and make sure it's full all the time. That's how I do that. You know. So went ahead, changed my oil, greased the truck, washed the truck. It's supposed to be getting colder here in Texas in the next few days. By this weekend, it's supposed to be getting cold, so I got to get back on the road, give me some money before the weekend, because it's supposed to get cold. So I'm finna clean this truck out, and I'm fixing to go home, relax, and find me a load. I'll let you know how this line does. If it doesn't, I got the new line here. I just never put it on. I put it on the road if I have to. I got the power tools to ream the glue out and put the new line on. I got both lines in the truck and the glue. And I'll put them in. I got to get me an aftermarket reservoir in here. Check engine light ain't coming back on. But I'll put it on the road tomorrow. I'll holler at y'all later.